Morning student, let us revise the previous topic what we have discussed because you are having examination from 1st June onward. I think you have seen your timetable also, and I hope that you already note down all the notes that I have given in the previous video, even the illustration, because this test is conducted. You will get the question MCQ, so you must be very thorough in each and every topic. So let me revise once again what we have discussed in the various classes. First of all, our first topic was partnership. That definition of partnership, I am again repeating the same definition: agreement between two or more persons agree to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So with the help of this definition, you can point out the various features that at least minimum 2% is required and maximum 50. That objective type questions can be asked: what are the maximum limit of partners as per the Companies Act 2013? You must know that is number of partners, that is 50, and there should be an agreement either be written or oral. It is not mandatory that agreement should be in writing, it can be oral also, and that document we know well that is partnership deed. And the various rights of a partner: to inspect the books of account, to take active part in the affairs of the business. These all are the various rights and duties. At least you go through all the rights and duties mentioned in the book one by one. That is also very important. Okay, now let us discuss partnership deed. That I already introduced this term, that written agreement is called partnership deed. Its important contents: that what should be the rate of interest on capital that will be allowed by the firm, what rate of interest on drawing will be charged, and salary, regarding salary or commission. These all are the some important issues that should be cleared before any agreement, before starting a business. And as we have already discussed, that what are the rules in case of absence of partnership deed. That is the five main point that you must remember: that profit should be distributed equally first. Second is uh, uh, interest on capital will not be allowed. Even in case of loss also, instead of agreement, interest on capital is not allowed if firm suffers a loss. And regarding interest on drawing, no interest on drawing will be charged, no salary or commission will be allowed to a partner. And of course, in case of interest on loan, that is at the rate of 6% per annum. So these are the five important points that will be followed in case of absence of partnership deed. So now next come to the distribution of profit, that we have already discussed. PL appropriation account, again I am just repeating the same in brief, that it is of nominal nature of account, and all the expenses relating to partners or any kind of reserves created for the firm, that will be shown in PL appropriation account. Though it is of nominal nature, so in the debit side we show the expenses related to partners like interest on capital, salary, commission, any kind of reserves that are shown in the debit side. And in the credit side, that net profit you have transferred from PL account, that item, and second interest on drawing. These all are the items that appears in the PL appropriation account, and this account gives the divisional profit. Balancing figure is denoted by divisional profit, and that is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio, and if suppose ratio is not specified in the question, you will distribute it equally. Now next is treatment of interest on partners loan. Actually partners loan, interest on partners loan is not an appropriation, it is a charge against profit. So this item not appear in PL appropriation account, and if net profit is given and you have to charge the you have to allow the interest on partners loan, so first you will deduct this expense from the profit, then you will transfer that profit to the credit side of PL appropriation account, because it is a charge. And you know, if rate is not given in the question, then what will be the rate? That is 6% per annum as per the provision of Partnership Act. And as we have discussed, there are two methods for maintaining partners capital account, that is fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. And what are its differences? Fixed capital method, we maintain two accounts for each partner, denoted as partners capital account and partners current account. And in case of fluctuating capital, only single account is maintained for each partner, that is denoted by partners capital account. And in case of fixed capital method, partners capital account always have credit balance. You must remember this point is important. And in case of current account, it may have debit or credit balance. And in case of fluctuating, partners capital account may have debit balance or may have credit balance. So as per the question, whatever instruction is given, accordingly you have to maintain partners capital account. And if nothing is specified in the question, then you by default you will follow the fluctuating capital method by just opening a single account for partners, that is partners capital account. Interest on partners capital, that as per the syllabus we have discussed the three cases how you will calculate the interest on capital. There are three cases. First, when of course interest on capital is calculated on opening capital. You must remember objective type questions can be asked on which balance interest on partners capital is calculated, that is on opening capital. And if opening capital is not given, closing capital is given, then you have to work out and calculate the opening capital by just adding drawing back and deducting profit. You will get the opening capital and then you will calculate the interest on capital. That we have already discussed the three cases. When capital at the beginning is given, then you calculate interest on capital. If capital at the beginning along with additional capital introduced, in that case you take care when this further capital is introduced. From that date to the end of accounting period, you have to calculate the interest on capital and add both the amount, that will be the interest on partners capital will be allowed to that individual partner. And if capital at the end is given, then again you have to do the adjustment relating to drawings and profit. You will get your opening capital and then you will calculate interest on capital. Now moving ahead, as we have discussed the various cases related to interest on drawings of a partner, that is drawings against profit and drawings against capital. This is the two different terms that are used here, but in as per the syllabus of class 12th, we will discuss the drawing against profit. Means out of profit the drawings are made by the partners and interest on drawings are also is distributed out of the it is a part of a PL appropriation item that you know well. It is shown in the credit side of the PL appropriation account. And drawing against capital here refers to permanent withdrawal of the capital. That is a part of, in case of fixed capital method, you just show it in the fixed capital account that reduce the capital. So drawings against profit are made on regular basis, and drawings against capital is on non-recurring in nature. Sometimes if partners thinks that capital is excess in the firm, in that case they withdraw permanently their capital. And interest on drawings will be charged from the partners, that we have already discussed the various cases. Or first of all, there are two methods. I am again recalling: product method and simple method. And in that case, we have discussed product method is this product method is applicable when there is irregular amount on irregular date. Fixed date is also not fixed regarding withdrawal, and amount is also not fixed. In that case, that is best method is to follow the product method, or you can apply simple method also. The result will be same, but simple method is a lengthiest method, time taking method, so better it is suggested that you apply the product method. Means what are the product method that we have already discussed? You just take the period, amount of drawing, multiply it, get the product, and then you add all the products into rate, apply the rate into 1 by 12. That is average period you are taking in case of product method is 1 by 12. And in simple method, why it is lengthy? Because in each drawings you have to calculate the interest on drawing individually. So if you will refer my previous video, you can easily distinguish which method is simpler method and which method is the lengthiest method. So it is better to prefer product method. And if drawings amount is fixed, date is also fixed, in that we have two cases. Either it is withdrawn on monthly basis or on quarterly basis. So there are three possibilities. If drawings are made at the beginning, then what will be the average period? I already discussed the method to calculate the average period, that is period left after first drawing, add period left after the last drawing, divided by 2. That is, in case of drawings made at the beginning of the month, what period you will apply? 6.5. That is 6.5 month is the average period it is coming, in the mid 6 month, and at the end that is 5.5, that is 5.5 month. In case of if the drawings are made on monthly basis at the beginning, at the mid, or at the end. And similarly, in case of drawings made on quarterly basis, if it is a case of drawings at the beginning of the quarter, then average period will be 7.5. And at the mid of the quarter, the average period will be 6 months. And at the end of the quarter, that average period will be 4.5 months. So that we have already discussed, even we have solved the numericals also. Now come to the next point. If partner salary or commissions as per the partnership deed, it is specified that partners will get the salary, partner will get the commission. These all are the item appears in the debit side of PL appropriation account, and then it will be transferred to the credit side of partners capital account. We have already solved the various question on PL appropriation account. That is very important account. Even you will get the question in your board exam, and objective type questions can be asked. You just where this salary is shown in case of fixed capital method, that is partners current, credit side of partners current account. where this commission appears in case of fluctuating capital method, that is credit side of partner's capital account. So you must be thorough in each and every topic. So objective type, any type of questions regarding rate, regarding side, regarding nature of account, regarding the item appears, each and every term you must be very thorough. And as we have discussed the past adjustment means if any, as per the partnership deed, if the profit is not distributed according to the rules, according to the agreement, then if excess amount or short amount is there in the partners, it will be adjusted through partners capital account. Partners who is excessively credited, he must be debited with that amount, and a partner who is shorted by that amount, he will be credited with that amount. So that we have already discussed in the various videos. So past adjustment relating to the topic of omission of interest on capital, omission of interest on drawing, salary not given, commission not given, profit sharing ratio is not correctly given, profit is not distributed in proper profit sharing ratio. So these all are some of the topic as per the syllabus of class 12. Either any one of the topic you will be asked in the question. In MCQ, what will be the journal entry, what will be the means in numerical you will have to calculate the excess and short amount. So these all are what we adjusted by involving the capital account. If it is case of fixed capital method, then this adjustment will be done by involving partner's current account. And if it is of fluctuating capital method, then the adjustment will be done by partner's capital account. And this last topic here, it is a guarantee of minimum profit to a partner. That means one partner is given a minimum guaranteed amount, he is assured that he will get this much amount. If suppose he is guaranteed with amount 20,000, and while calculating his share of profit it is coming 15,000, then this 5,000 will be borne by a remaining partner, either jointly or individually. If one partner has given the guarantee, then whole 5,000 will be deducted from his shares and added back to the guaranteed partner. And in case of loss, if suppose firm is suffering from loss, and guaranteed partner loss is coming, suppose 20,000, okay, and guaranteed amount is also 20,000, so he has to be credited with 40,000. Why 40,000? 20,000 he will not bear any loss, that 20,000, because he is debited with 20,000, and that 20,000 guaranteed amount means altogether 40,000 will be credited to the guaranteed partner, and this 40,000 will be borne by a remaining partners, that is A and B, if C has given the guaranteed. So these whatever the topic we are, and guaranteed of minimum profit means it is about minimum profit. If suppose his share of profit is coming 25,000, so he will get 25,000, but he will not get less than 20,000. This is what the meaning of guarantee of minimum profit to a partner. So these all are, these topic we have already discussed in the various videos along with the numericals, and you must be thorough in each and every topic, and you will get the question MCQ type, so you must be thorough, then only you can able to give the correct answer. So this is what I have revised all the topic. Once again, you just go through all the topic thoroughly, that will going to help you to score a very good marks in your online test. Okay, thank you so much and take care.